This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV. We're inside Broadmarsh Shopping Centre in Nottingham for the FROCH workout ahead of FROCH and GROVES this Saturday. With me I've got trainer to FROCH, Rob McCRACKEN, MBE. How are you, sir?
I'm okay, thanks.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Just did a little routine pad workout for the media with Cole today. How much of that is actually what you guys do? Probably not a lot.
None. None. Nah, you know what? It's great for the local people to see him in the shopping centre and see him having a little shakeout. It's not a full session, obviously, but it's just nice. It's nice for him to be amongst them and see some media. It's just nice. It puts boxing in the forefront in Nottingham as regular as possible and in the UK.
In your opinion, has Carl FROCH been aggravated by George Groves in this build-up?
Do you know something, Kugan? None of the irritating stuff or whatever that George Groves has been doing none of it's come from Carl, and it's all come from Groves. It all stems back to we know where it comes from, the sparring incident, and and obviously Groves feels like he wants to beat Carl FROCH, and he's got it in for him, and it's almost as if he's been brainwashed into believing that everything he believes is going to happen. It's a real world, it doesn't work like that, and he thinks he's going to win. He's not going to win. We saw Audley Harrison and David Hay, and Audley Harrison did fantastically well, winning a gold medal at the Olympic Games, but he was completely convinced he was going to beat David Hay, and the reality is not what Audley wanted it to be, and it won't be what George wants it to be. We see this time and time again with young boxers, and in some cases experienced boxers, they genuinely believe they're going to beat somebody, but whether they can actually carry that out is another thing. And I think George Groves will find that out on Saturday the 23rd, when he's pretty confident for somebody who in my experience as never really did very well at all with Carl in sparring. I can remember a few fighters in the past that have sparred with Carl and then for some reason think they can beat him, and it's a strange one, because I've always thought I don't get what they see, why they think they can win, and I don't see this with Groves, why he thinks he can win. It's as if he's almost been brainwashed into believing something's going to be, it ain't going to be.
Do you believe that the war of words on George's side is part of the tactics to unsettle Cole before the fight? How
on earth do you unsettle somebody of Carl FROCH's standing who's fought unbelievable fighters like Andre Ward, Mikhail Kessler, Lucien Butte, Durrell, so on and so forth, Taylor, Pascal? How do you unsettle him by going to the press conference and saying you think you're going to win? Every boxer he's fought has said the same thing, they're going to win. And Pascal, Taylor, all of them, Durrell, Kessler, Ava, whatever, John, they all come to the press conferences and say they're going to win, and they do their bit, and speak when it's their turn, etc., and they come across as very confident, and then they look the part. But the reality is very different, because what happens is what happens in the fight, and you can be listening to somebody and believing something and telling yourself something's going to be for year in, year out. It means nothing. And I've lost count recently, especially with British fighters, where British fighters are convinced they're going to win and they get totally took apart on the night. And we've seen that a few times recently, and I often wonder why people read so much into what boxers say at press conferences beforehand or in interviews, and in George's case in a very disrespectful way, the way he spoke about Carl, and that one about because I'm confident and I'm believing in myself, he doesn't like it. It's not about that. Every boxer Carl's fought has believed in themselves and think they're going to win. It's the way you conduct yourself, and the way he's conducted himself has been pretty poor.
How much of an impact is it that Paddy Fitzpatrick's in the corner and not Adam Booth, from your point of view?
I don't think it has any impact, according to George, because listening to him on ringside, and I have to take what he says literally, and he said he doesn't need anybody, he just needs somebody to give him a drink of water and put his gum shield in. So, me personally, I think Adam Booth did a great job with him, got him to this stage, and I think it's not a smart move to be breaking up your team and parting ways with people. So that's obviously what I think, but I don't know what's behind it. I don't know the story. I don't know either person. I don't know Adam, and I don't know George Groves. So whatever's gone on between them is obviously not solvable. so who am I to say why? But in an ideal world, you'd stick with the person who's guided you to this stage.
So from your camp, you don't look at that as an advantage that Adam Booth isn't in the corner for you and Carl.
Do you know why I don't? I don't think it matters. I don't think it has any relevance on the fight. Is because of what George said on ringside, that he just needs somebody to give him a drink and put his gum shield in. I've got the feeling that he's past listening to whoever he was, whoever's he's working with. So, I don't know whether it's got relevance or not. The reality is that Carl Froch will do the fighting and George Groves will do the fighting, and we'll find out what's what on the night. But I'd have thought, if he feels he doesn't need anyone to give him assistance and he knows what to do, then it is what it is.
All right, Rob McCracken, thank you very much for talking to us. And listen, we'll look forward to the build-up, press conference, Wayne. I'm sure whatever will happen, and then fight night comes Saturday.
And it will happen.
Thank you very much, Rob.